Okay, so I'll make a quick video on the top 5 reasons why not to buy Apple Watch. I did a lot of research in terms of whether I should buy the new Apple Watch or not. I currently have the first generation Apple Watch, and I know I think about it really hard just because the new one seems a little cool, it's faster. But looking at the keynotes about the user interface of the Apple Watch and where they're going with it, I feel pretty happy about where they're going with the Apple Watch, or seeing too much changes towards the user interface of it. But here are my top 5 reasons. Reason 5 was that the Apple Watch only works with the iPhone. So I have the first Apple Watch, and since the new iPhone came out, I didn't really like what they did with it too much. But Samsung, Google, LG, all their new phones seems pretty appealing. But because of the Apple Watch, if I wanted to switch phones, I can't use my Apple Watch anymore, and pretty much becomes useless. Other than being able to listen to music and use Apple Pay. But it's pretty much locks you into iPhone. So if you plan to switch phones in the future, you pretty much can't do that unless you sell off your Apple Watch, which is a little annoying. I wish that the Apple Watch could be used with different phones like Google, Android, um, and it'll just be a lot more nice. So it just sucks being stuck with Apple with your watch. That's reason 5. Reason 4 was that the battery life of the Apple Watch isn't too good. It only lasts, well, it says 18 hours here, but from my usage over the last year and a half, it only lasts probably a day. After that, you're pretty much praying that it doesn't power down. The reason I know it's not that hard to charge it at the end of the day, but imagine if, well, my life right now is I move back and forth from home to where I live, like go to my parents' house on the weekend sometimes, go back to where I live now. It's just I move around a lot, and having that charger around, it's a little annoying because sometimes you forget it. On top of your iPhone charger that you have to bring all the time, it's just a hassle to have to worry about another thing that you need to keep charged or to keep going. I know that the Apple Watch, once it powers off, you still tell the time, but it's just annoying because it doesn't show the dates. It doesn't turn on like when you move your wrist. You have to press the button, and it takes a little bit of time. For me, the definition of watch is like something quick. You glance at it. So having pressed that button, turn it on is a little annoying, and being able to remember to charge it is just a bit of a hassle. Plus, a feature a lot of other smartwatches have that do last more than a day is that it tracks your sleeping. I wish my Apple Watch. There's apps out there that track your sleeping, but I mean, it's a 1 day battery life for Apple Watch. You don't want to wear it when you're sleeping because it's next day you won't be able to use it. So not be able to last overnight is definitely big concern for me. The third reason why I don't like Apple Watch or don't think I'm to buy one at the moment is that the watch faces are pretty much what Apple provides you. So all the watch faces right now on the watch are just what Apple made. So if you look at what they have currently, and you don't like none of them, or you only like one of them, you're pretty much stuck with that one, regardless of whatever they all come out with in the future. It's just annoying that they don't have a watch face app store. That'd be so cool because the watch I wore before my Apple Watch was a G-Shock. It'd be really cool if they have a watch face app store that you get. Like maybe Casio could release a bunch of watch faces based on their watches. That'd be cool. But right now it's just being stuck with whatever Apple gives you is kind of annoying because they only release so much, and most of them are kind of crappy. Like the ones they released recently was just the fitness rings around the watch face, and that, I mean, that's cool and all, but not. I mean, the best one is still the module one. The one with I wish I could direct you better. The one with the time on top, information in the middle, and then 3 applications on the bottom. That's the best watch face so far that I use. Every other one's kind of like, I don't know. It's okay. Maybe the photo stream, the one that shows your slideshows and your watch face. That's cool, but I wish there was more. The second reason why I don't think anyone should buy Apple Watch is that the user interface of Apple Watch right now, even after like 2 generations, we're on Watch OS 3 now, it's still really, really confusing. It's not really straightforward. It's not like the iPhone was when it first came out, or even the iPad. It's just it doesn't feel right to me. Like when I look at my watch, I mentioned earlier that I want to have a quick glance at it versus going on it, digging around for information. I wanted it to be quicker. I wanted to be just a glance at it and then just have all my information there. Apple still has not done that yet. So far, like the apps on the Apple Watch, they're pretty much all useless still. Even I was like pretty happy when the Pokemon Go announced the apps on the Apple Watch. It came out and it's pretty much crap. It's I don't know. No, there's no good app on the Apple Watch at all. Even though there's an app store with all these apps they brag about during their keynotes or the store, not really anything too much on the store at all for Apple Watches apps. Um, their WatchOS 3, where you can have the dock apps for quick access, that doesn't work too well either. I find that only the Apple installed apps work pretty well under the dock, but once you get into third-party apps, it's a hit or miss. Um, even though you hold up to A apps, some of the third-party apps that you put on there don't even refresh, don't even load. It just doesn't feel right. Even the button for the watch, like the digital crown, if you look in the side here, it does so much things for one button. It just gets overwhelming and confusing that um, I don't even want to go into the watch. Like I don't even want to go into apps. All I want to do is look at the front of the watch. Going into apps or going into deeper into the watch, like your iPhone, it just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel comfortable. I just I don't know. I never got the hang of it. It just feels really really overwhelming, and doesn't feel welcoming like the iPhone did or the iPad or any other iOS devices. Being a watch, it just feels like pretty much like a phone in your wrist, which it shouldn't feel like because a watch isn't a phone. It's just something you quickly glance at it, and I thought Apple will be able to do better at this point. Seeing how there's been 3 generations of it, it still doesn't feel right yet. The final reason why I don't think anyone should buy Apple Watch is that there are better alternatives out there. Like if I didn't have my Apple Watch right now currently and I wanted a smartwatch, I would definitely get one of the Fitbits because they're cheaper, they last longer in terms of battery life, less likely to charge it. They do pretty much the same thing as the Apple Watch. It gives you notifications, all that good stuff. The good stuff of the Apple Watch, anyways. And you know, it's just more bang for the buck, in my opinion. Even though the screen isn't like colored, you don't really need that on a watch. I mean, I never felt like I was gaining anything more from having that color screen on the Apple Watch, which is really, it looks nice and all, but I never really felt like I needed that. Because most of the time I have the module watch face, which is just one color anyways. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just there. But those are my top 5 reasons why I don't like the Apple. Any questions or any comments, please feel free to ask. This is just my personal opinion. It's not like the truth. It's just what I feel like about the Apple Watch. Thanks for watching.